Hello. Let me tell you about the story of how I lost my job and moved home. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. My name is Matt. I am a filmmaker, a photographer, and a designer. My videos are all about inspiring people to do creative things with their life and to, live a little bit more adventurously. Really? Yeah, let's go with that. This video is not only a story about how I lost my job, but almost as a way of updating what this channel is going to become now that I'm home, here in my childhood room. To give some context, I graduated this year from UCLA, and a few months before that, I lost my job as a full-time product designer in San Francisco. I wasn't fired, I wasn't anything. I got laid off because of the COVID-19 and the recessions and, kind of our economy going completely to shit. And so after spending about a few months of my summer at school, kind of with just my group of quarantine friends, I finally had to move home, and now I'm back home in my room. But I've had the last few months to think about where my direction in life is going and what I really want to pursue. But the two things I want to talk about, the first is about post-grad life and kind of a series about me finding myself from the transition of college into my first steps in adulthood. I think this post-grad life is something that people talk about a lot, but not enough on media spaces like YouTube. A lot of people who are college YouTubers and lifestyle YouTubers, and I, for the most part, wanted to try that a little bit while I was in college. But now that I'm an alumni, I think there's a lot of time and space that I want to be discussing the things that mentally, physically, and socially impacting yourself as a post-grad person. And especially during this time in the world where things are kind of crazy, I think it's a great way to talk about these things. On top of that stuff about talking about post-grad, mental health, and stuff like that, I'll also be following a series of how I will be trying to find a job again. I'll be spending a lot more time focusing on my YouTube, but I will also be applying for jobs and hopefully talking a little bit through my process if I ever find one. But while I'm also using this space to talk about how I'm finding a new job and the process of applying portfolios, it kind of leads into my second goal of this channel, which is to provide value through tutorials and genuine conversations about creative work. This could be in the form of video tutorials, photo tutorials, talking about design and how to get into it if you're interested in the field, stuff ranging from how to start your own portfolio to landing your first internships. A lot of these things basically that I learned while I was in college, and I think would be a great place to share and to give back to you guys. I want to break down and have genuine conversations about why certain things are important. I think as a creative, you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position by basically using your work to express yourself to people who may or may not like your stuff. These are all things that I really care about, and I really wanted to use my YouTube to talk about, but I didn't know when it was right, and I really didn't think about it just about until now. But now that I'm home and we can't really travel, I think it'd be a great time to really have these conversations and sit down, because what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We can't really travel. But that's really what I think this channel is gonna be about. I'm excited for the future. Besides, the job recruiting and stuff, post-grad is a lot more than just finding a career. It's about making the transition to mature and to, treat yourself and to live a more structured life. On top of the post-grad series and the tutorials, I'll be doing a lot of challenges at home, like physical challenges, and I'm even turning my childhood room into a creative studio because I'll be here probably for an indefinite period of time. A lot of content that I'm really excited for, and if you're also just even slightly interested, definitely use the subscribe button and click it so that you'll be subscribed to my stuff. With that said, I'm looking forward to the coming videos. I hope you guys are too. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one.